Inside the cavernous belly of the C-17 Globemaster III, where silence feels like pressure and every vibration echoes like a promise, two icons of war lie dormant, folded like ancient dragons waiting for release. These aren't just helicopters. They're AH-64 Apaches, the most feared flying predators ever forged in American military doctrine. Their blades removed and secured, their sensors asleep, their war paint dulled by the long journey across skies and time zones, but none of that dulls their presence. Even in silence, they radiate authority, restrained violence under mechanical skin. The C-17, designed not only for transport, but for transformation, is not simply carrying metal. It is delivering capability, dropping power into places that may one day become front lines. Its cargo bay isn't just large. It's sacred ground for the modern warrior's craft. Inside it, trucks roll, tanks sleep, and Apaches wait. And now, on the edge of a remote military airfield surrounded by wind and dust, this moment, the unloading, is more than logistics. It's a ritual, a quiet rite of precision, where the mechanical and the human meet under the banner of mission readiness. Outside, the ramp lowers slowly, the metallic groan of hydraulics slicing through the dry air like the opening of a vault. This isn't the sound of convenience. It's the sound of preparation, of transition, of power being handed over from sky to ground. As the ramp touches Earth, a team of uniformed specialists moves in like a ballet troupe of engineers, deliberate, rehearsed, each step anchored in training, drilled hundreds of times in hangars and simulators before ever meeting the real thing. The AH-64 Apache is not simply a vehicle, it's a statement. A message to enemies and allies alike that the battlefield now has an eye in the sky, one that doesn't blink, doesn't forgive, and never forgets. Its twin engines, when alive, scream like beasts. Its weapon systems can neutralize threats before they are even seen. And yet, here it sits, folded like a lion caged not by weakness, but by process. Each bolt removed, each strap released, is not just a mechanical step, it's a release of energy, of waiting potential. The crew moves with reverence. They are not just technicians, they are custodians of a legacy that has flown across deserts, jungles, and mountains. The Apache is not built for peace, but it trains in peace so that when the chaos comes, it is already ready. Slowly, the wheels of the first Apache begin to roll. Not under its own power, not yet, but guided gently by human hands, as if leading. A wild creature out of sedation. The landing gear creaks. The air seems to hold its breath. The shadows shift across the aircraft's angular body as it passes from the interior of the C-17 into open light. From shadows into clarity. From transit to presence. The Apache emerges half-born, its body intact, but its wings not yet unfurled. The rotors, removed for storage, wait nearby, wrapped in protective cloth like relics, waiting to be blessed and reborn. Technicians on the ground prepare for assembly. Wrenches click, torque is measured, every nut and bolt returning to its rightful place with the care of a surgeon, stitching life back into flesh. The cockpit remains closed, but the systems inside are beginning to stir. Batteries connected, software run-ups initiated. The heartbeat of this flying predator is coming back. One system at a time. Fire control, target acquisition, optics, navigation, communications, a digital nervous system coming alive beneath a shell of reinforced armor. But none of this happens quickly. This is not a race. It is an orchestration, and every technician knows the perfection. ISMT option, it's life or death. Because once airborne, the Apache cannot afford imbalance. A single error in blade installation, a missed calibration, a faulty hydraulic pressure check. Any of these could mean disaster at 200 knots. Meanwhile, The C-17 stands in the background like a completed prophecy. Its work done. Empty now, but never idle. The Globemaster is a workhorse of empires, and it never waits long before being loaded again. Soon it will be loaded with new cargo, new personnel, new missions. But for this moment, it bears silent witness to the rebirth of one of the most lethal machines in the modern combat arsenal. Outside the aircraft, the sun climbs higher, casting sharp shadows across the tarmac. The air is still, no helicopters in motion, no engines screaming, just the steady rhythm of reassembly. It feels ceremonial, spiritual even, as if everyone present knows that what is being put back together here is not just metal, it is doctrine, deterrence, and dominance. And then the moment arrives. The blades are on, the diagnostics have passed, the final covers are pulled, the pilot climbs in. He doesn't speak, he doesn't need to. The systems come online in order, one after the other. Screens flicker, lights stabilize. The turbines begin to whine, and then growl, and then roar. The Apache is awake. The blades spin, slow at first, then faster, faster, until they blur into a perfect circle of motion, slicing air with the sound of inevitability. The helicopter lifts slightly off its wheels, testing gravity, and as the dust begins to swirl beneath it, a new presence takes command of the sky. No longer cargo, no longer waiting. Now a weapon, ready